Hello, good evening everybody. Welcome to Biennial Live. My name is Sean Tebow and we are here with the famed Dr. Eboo Patel. Thank you so much for taking the time.
You must be talking about a different famed doctor.
Well, I mean, I suppose I could. You know, I collect a lot of information. Now, your keynote tonight was really inspiring. Obviously, you could feel the energy emanating from the crowd. This was one of our joint sessions with the youth movement, and we had hundreds of young people in the audience tonight. Do you think that made it different or better in terms of what you wanted to speak about?
For me, it did. You know, the work that we do at the Interfaith Youth Corps is with young people, and our belief is that young people are going to be the leaders of a movement for interfaith cooperation, and so I always get that much more energized when those leaders are actually in the audience.
Awesome. That makes a totally good. We used to have a director of NIFTY who would always say, you know, the young people are not the leaders of tomorrow; they're the leaders of today. And how do you think that kind of rhetoric applies to the Interfaith Youth Corps?
I mean, the kind of things that young people in our organization and movement are doing are remarkable. And a great concrete example of it are the 4 Faiths Act Fellows who are based in Toronto. These are 4 recent college graduates who has spent a month together in Africa as part of a fellowship that Tony Blair actually inaugurated. 30 people, 3 different continents, 3 different countries, 6 different religions, saying that their faith is about ending the scourge that is malaria. And there's a group of them here in Toronto doing that work. So, you know, young people do remarkable things, and we are placing our bet on them as the leaders of interfaith cooperation now and into the future.
Very cool. That is great. Okay, so here's a question about the Interfaith Youth Corps, more rhetorically speaking. Corps is spelled C-O-R-E. I'm sure you get this question from time to time. Obviously, it's a homonym with corpse as well. I mean, at least in America. I suppose in other English-speaking parts of the world, they might pronounce corps and corps a little bit differently. Here, corps and corps are pronounced the same. Is that on purpose, the homonym, or why is it corps and not corps?
So we see ourselves as the heart of a growing movement, or the core of a growing movement, hence core with an R-E. Thank you for introducing the word homonym into my lexicon. Well,
you know, hey, homonymly can be, you know, an adjective as well. So it's got a whole span. Okay, the last questions we're going to ask you. Did you know that you have a Wikipedia entry?
I discovered that.
You discovered, yes.
And I occasionally glance at it and find things that are wrong in it.
Wow!
But I never personally correct it. I occasionally come into my office and I say, shouldn't, you know, it'd be nice if this was accurate.
It would be nice.
And what people go back to their real jobs.
What are some of your... They don't correct it, they just leave it incorrect?
Yeah, basically.
What are some of your...
And actually, at one point my Wikipedia entry said that I was a Hindu. And I'm like, that's
just false.
That's just false.
Right.
That's like it's saying I was a Canadian.
Which would also be false. Not true, right? Hence the lack of the poppy.
Right.
Right? You know, it's just not part of your tradition.
Not part of what we do.
Exactly, yeah. So, what was your favorite mistake? The Hindu one is among...
That's
a top one.
But there, you know, boards that I was on, that it said I was on, that I wasn't on.
Sure. But you are on the White House Council on Faith-Based and Neighborhood Partnerships.
I am on that.
That's an accurate part of Wikipedia.
I don't know if it's on. I don't know if that's on Wikipedia, but that is accurate.
Well, I'll put it on tonight if it's not on.
Thank you.
You know, this is the beauty of Wikipedia. We all get to participate. It's a growing movement.
Are you going to make me a Jew on Wikipedia?
Maybe just for the night. Honorary.
Maybe for the night. Okay.
Thank you so much for taking the time. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Take care.